site, and I went, oh wow, someone's using it for this, and Brett Petersell actually put one up, and it was just his profile, sort of like another business card to begin with. And I just immediately, the cogs started turning, and I thought, wow, what could I be using this for? Now, Efren, when can we talk about it? Are we allowed now? Okay, we're allowed now. So why don't you give everybody your pitch, Vincent? What is Webdoc?
All right, so.
Straight face.
Yeah. So Webdoc is actually, it's a new web platform that we've developed that sits above all of the social media, and our main purpose is to allow people to actually create their own web posts, rich web posts, mixing any media they want, so pictures, videos, sounds, with web apps. Once they've created this rich web post, they can post it anywhere. So they can post it on any of their blogs, their website, as their Facebook page, share it, tweet it, whatever you want. So, and all of this is done very simply by drag and dropping. So we wanted to have a very simple interface. And the key thing here is to say, you know, it's great that you can create rich content, but unless it's easy to do, people aren't going to do it.
Right. Oh, that is so true. I mean, there are other sites that allow you to create some rich content, but they make you put it on their platform.
Exactly. So we've taken out the pain of actually creating rich interactive posts on our side, so you don't have to worry about it, and you can actually really focus on what you're trying to communicate. So to come back to your point about saying, so what would I use it for? You know, what's my use? So I'll tell you like what some people have been using it for. For instance, on their Facebook page, we have a news anchor now that's using it to actually pump out new landing pages on a regular basis on, you know, upcoming news for that evening. So people, every time they come on their Facebook page, they actually have, you know, a new landing page. And it's kind of like, and
that's huge, because the landing page software that I've seen for Facebook is clunky. It's just clunky.
And the cool thing is, not only are they able to put it on their Facebook page, they also can embed it on their blog. So, you know, they can actually reach their audience wherever they are. Maybe some of them aren't on Facebook, but they're on their blog, or they're on Twitter. So this is definitely one use case. Some other people are using it with Twitter because they have a lot of followers, and just linking back to like one video to say, hey, I'm actually selling a product. We have those new users that are selling a lot of gym products, so you know, you can watch videos. And their biggest pain was like, we have tons of people coming to our YouTube channel, but you know, they come to the channel, and what? How are we going to be selling them the product that we make? And so here they're able to grab that video, put it on their post, put a couple pictures, put a little text description, and then have a buy right there. So now you're getting an impulse purchase. You know, so you're having this, you're really enriching your tweets and getting the impulse purchase right there, right then.
Seems like it would be really great for general promotions and giveaways and things like that too.
Absolutely. For
stuff that you would put on regular landing pages.
Anything that you would put on regular landing pages. And because it's so easy to do, the promotion makes a lot of sense, because you're actually able to put it out there when it makes sense, and you don't need to plan it in advance. You know, you don't need to call your tech guy and say, oops, I need to make a web page for this. You do it yourself, or you have, you know, even your, you know, anyone that has a little tech savviness, which is pretty much everyone today. When you go, if you're able to open a browser and type webdoc.com, you're going to be fine, you know, creating your web docs.
And I was looking at it last night, folks. It's super easy. I mean, dead easy. You've got to check them out. You have to. Like, it literally sits on top of the web. You grab whatever you want, organize it however you want, and then you put it wherever you want. It's that easy. Right?
So a lot of artists are actually using it, and we're going to be doing some pretty exciting announcements with some pretty big artists that use it to promote their tours. So every time they're going, you know, a lot of artists today make a lot of their money going on gigs. And so the biggest trouble they have is actually getting their fans to know about the gigs that's happening next to them. And so yes, I can go and search for it. But if I'm actually following my guy on Twitter and he's telling me, I'm in concert tonight in London, I need to still figure out where that concert is, where I can buy the tickets, and so on and so forth. Now,
give them everything right then and there. You can give them, here's where you can buy the ticket, here's a map of the location, here's the album that we're promoting, information on the venue, listen to it right here.
Get the free song if you actually, you know, you buy the ticket, you get the free song right there, right then, you know, so it's a very powerful tool.
So where did the idea originally come from, and not just Switzerland?
So I'll go on a... It did come from Switzerland. But so I'll get a little geeky now, but our vision was really to say, look, we should be able to edit the web without having any technical skills. And when I mean edit the web, I'm like moving things and everything's happening in my browser, so I'm really editing the web. I should be able to reuse the web. So many cool services out there that I love to use, but if I want to do video, I go on YouTube. If I want to do presentation, I go to SlideShare. If I want to do pictures, I might go to Flickr or to Facebook. Yeah. But if I want to actually mix all of those things together, I should actually really be able to reuse the web. And so we're enabling people to go and fetch that information and put it together in a meaningful way.
Reconfigure and reuse the web.
And so now that you've been able to edit and reuse the web, the next thing is to say, I should be able to embed the web. And so this is why Webdoc is very different from all of the platforms out there, is when you've actually created this post, you can put it anywhere, as you were saying before. Yeah. And this is kind of the cool thing, because it makes your content extremely viral. It's not a monolithic website that's just there and people have to go there. People can actually even take your post and put it on their own blog. And the cool thing behind the technology is that not only is it HTML5, so it's totally cross-platform and it works everywhere in every browser, on your iPad.
And Switzerland.
And Switzerland. But it's also totally connected, which means you might have 50 copies of your post in different places which you don't even know because people were just like copying it and putting it elsewhere. There's only one single copy in reality. So if you change it, it changes everywhere. So you're actually able to really connect,
So if you have to update something, you just update it in one spot and it just changes all of them.
And it's everywhere. So it's also taking a lot of the pain out of, hey, shit, we actually put something out there and now we need to figure out how to, tell people about it.
So have people compared it to a widget?
This is a very, yes. I think to some extent, it is actually a super widget in some sort.
Yeah. It isn't quite a widget, but it's like the next iteration of a widget.
It's like the super widget where you can put the web in a widget, and the web is like anything. It's media.
Coming out with so many amazing taglines for Webdoc right now. I hope you know that. Embed the web. Now this one. I mean, Renee, are you taking notes?
So now I want to know, so what was your experience yesterday when you tried it? What was your first reaction?
My first reaction was, oh my God, what am I going to be doing with this? It's sort of like when we spoke last night, it sort of reminded me of when Evernote came out. Yeah. Because when I saw Evernote, I went, wow, there is so much I can use this for. I have such a huge amount of use cases for this.
Absolutely.
And same thing, it literally feels like that level to me, where I went, oh wow, this solves so many problems. It could go in so many directions in terms of just the general use cases for people, both personally and for business. And because it does address all those needs, that's what makes a good startup. That's what makes a good new technology, is you're actually just flat out addressing very specific needs that people have. And, it's not that they can't get by without it, but it makes life so much easier and simpler that why wouldn't you use it?
Yeah, I like what you're saying, obviously. So one thing that's really key for us today is we want people to use it. We want to hear what you guys think about it, because I can tell you how much I love my product, but that's obviously, I better love it, right? Otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. So we really want to get your feedback. We want you to use it. And we're also looking for key partners to use our technology in different places. And there's many names that come to mind.
Like TechZulu.
Like TechZulu, like Eventbrite, like all of those guys that can use the power of this technology to enhance their service.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could go on and on and on about all of the different things you could use this for. So what do you personally use it for? Because I hope you use your own product.
So I use it a lot, and this is the interesting part is I never managed to create a blog, or if I did, I never actually used it because I don't want to have that commitment of creating a blog. Yeah. And that was also one of the reasons, one of the motivations.
If you're non-committal, use Webdoc.
Yeah, because you can just create a post on anything, any subject suddenly comes to mind. I don't know, there was maybe whatever, something in the news, touches you in one way and you want to be able to express yourself about it. And you're not going to say, oh, I'm going to start a blog today because I have something to say. No, you can actually start a Webdoc and just like grab this stuff and put it out there for people.
So sort of like there are pop-up restaurants happening and things like that, this is a pop-up blog.
I like that. I like that idea, yeah.
Make a pop-up blog with Webdoc. There's another great line for you. We have fun here at TechZulu. What can I say? We make Vincent red. Red Webdoc.
So, the pop-up Webdoc, exactly. So yeah, so personally I use it both on a very personal level because you can actually make your Webdocs private. So you can share it only with like 5 or 10 people.
Even address that problem. Okay, that's problem number 3 so far.
So this is an interesting one where I use it a lot because I want to share pictures, but I also have videos and stuff that I've put online, and I want to be able to share it with my friends or my family, and so I create it in that way. We use it as a collaboration tool for everything that I'm finding online that I find interesting with the rest of my team, and so we use it kind of like as a collaboration thing where we're like sending each other posts. And I also use it obviously with anything that I find in the news that I find interesting that I want to, tweet about or Facebook about, but is not limited to a single link to an article, is maybe a couple articles and a video that I found about that given topic.
I'm sure, Renee, who works with you, probably has used it for this, where you can just pull in all sorts of resources around a certain trend or certain stories and then related videos and other resources where you're just trying to show someone, look, here's an analysis of why we need to go in this direction, or here are all the related stories and just things that are happening even from a competitive standpoint, or and being able to use rich media to do that.
Yeah,
rather than just a written summary.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are definitely using it that way and finding very cool. Because you have that free-form means of actually mixing those things, it does make a lot of sense to use it for grabbing different content, curating the information that you want, and putting it out there again.
So, how is Webdoc going to make money?
This is an excellent question too. So Webdoc, the service that you're seeing today, it's very cool and it's totally free, which makes it even better. We're going to be introducing some premium features in the coming months that will be based on a subscription fee. There's also a lot of apps that you can simply drag and drop, all sorts of widgets, cool widgets that you can put in. Some of those are going to be, you're going to buy them one time to use. So this is another one, and obviously because I was talking about monetizing your product and selling them right there, we're going to be doing profit sharing on products that are being sold.
Great idea. So my whole take with the startup is if you have made something that people need and they will use it because it's easy, they will pay for it. It does not just have to be advertising supported.
Definitely not advertising. I'd like to stress this because for us, I think the advertising is going against what we're trying to do. And we're really trying, people are going to be using the product because they like it, and that's what we hope. And then once they like it, they have no problem paying for stuff that they need.
Right. So like with Dropbox, for instance, I am more than happy to pay a certain amount of money to have my Dropbox account. So I think I would probably pay a certain amount of money to have my Webdoc account.
I'm glad to hear that.
Do you have, because this can be used in so many ways and can go in so many different directions, I would imagine that would be one of the challenges for you in terms of marketing, because there's so many audiences that you can be going after. Is there a core audience or an initial audience that you see as using Webdoc first?
So we're definitely, yes, this is definitely, we have to focus and we cannot be everywhere and everything for everyone. We're definitely seeing people grabbing Webdoc and making their own use out of it, and that's great. But we're definitely like targeting specific segments, and one of them is music. Right. Artists are definitely looking for a way to engage with their fans in a meaningful way online, and so for them, when they see Webdoc, this is for them like the biggest backstage, because they're able to actually interact with their fans like it hasn't been possible till now. Right. So as I was saying before, we'll be announcing some partnerships with some big artists coming up. So this is definitely one vertical that we're focusing on.
Yeah, I've seen music artists use all of these other platforms, And so they'll have a Daily Booth account, they'll have a Twitter account, they'll have a Tumblr, a Posterous account, but these are all housed in separate buildings.
Yeah.
So to be able to just grab what they want and put it wherever they want, I think would be great for, again, the viral aspect, as you were saying.
Yeah, exactly. So we're very keen on seeing how this will go. And again, your feedback is more than welcome.
So webdoc.com.
Webdoc.com.
Look at the t-shirt. Look at the t-shirt. And give a shout out to Renee Blodgett.
Yeah.
No, seriously. I mean, I've seen multiple people at Blog World actually say this is the next big thing. So you have to pay attention to them. They are addressing a need. And this is me speaking from, just my own experience with them last night. So I'm definitely trying it out, and I think you should too. So go to webdoc.com and say hi to Vincent.
Hi there.
Thank you, Vincent. We will be in touch, and I'm sure that TechZulu will be covering more news coming out of Webdoc.
Excellent. Thanks